Hey guys, welcome to Double Shot of Steelers. I'm Dejan Kovacevic. He's Chris Halleck. We're from DK Pittsburgh Sports. Super Bowl 60 is over and done with. These guys are your richly deserving
Yes.
champions. I'm almost always a fan of when the right team wins.
And convincingly.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and if you convincingly is boring, this was boring game.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're going to win it,
Mm-hmm.
either have it be a great game between two great teams or have the team that's that much better do what the Seahawks did last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was a stomping, blank whooping, every vulgar, every adjective you can come up with to what they did to the Patriots. It was no competition, and it was no competition from the very beginning.
Yeah. We had a chat on our app last night, and I think I said multiple times, and I don't care about the rules. I don't care that you have to pick one person as the MVP. I'm sorry.
Oh, you wanted to just say the whole defense?
The whole defense. That defense
it doesn't work.
I don't care.
Yeah.
That defense was nasty, and they were nasty collectively. It was the front. It was the blitzes. It was everything.
See, if I had to do it group wise, I would still go with the 4-man front because they never had to blitz Drake May. They never had to do anything gimmicky, at least not up front.
Mm-hmm.
They confused the hell out of him in the back.
Yeah, well, and then Witherspoon coming on the occasional nickel blitz, and
but still in all, I mean,
Yeah.
Witherspoon was really special.
Mhm.
I thought it was a little bit awkward giving the MVP to somebody from the offense.
Yeah, well,
but I get that because you had nobody else from either side doing anything on offense that you go, all right, here, Kenneth Walker was making things happen the whole time.
Well, and he was also, I think he had the most rushing yards in the Super Bowl since Terrell Davis. Like that's.
And nobody was really getting it. I'm not making a case out of it. I'm just saying that defensively, that side of the ball won the Super Bowl
100%, and that's why I'm just like, just give it to the whole defense.
And that side of the football also carried Seattle through the season, through an unbelievably successful playoff, where they led for all but a minute and a half in the entire postseason. That's special stuff, guys. That's there's going to be a lot of recognition I think for years over what Seattle's defense did in this game. Now, I know that's not the perspective Boston area at the moment. They just think the Patriots just stink, and Drake May is already washed up after being an MVP finalist. But what really happened here? What really happened between Seattle's defense and New England's offense, or was it just about rattling May?
I think it was, well, number one, they definitely weren't going to let the Patriots run the ball. They were going to make Drake May beat them.
They didn't.
Yeah.
When Ramondre Stevenson got loose a couple of times, and that was it.
Yeah. They were going to make Drake May beat them. They were going to make Drake May. Okay, I'll actually put it this way. It's not necessarily as much about making Drake May beat you. It was more about let your really, really average wide receivers try to get open against our secondary.
That's so good.
Because
who are their wide receivers?
Uh-oh.
I did. Because who are their wide receivers?
Oh.
I sound like a robot.
Sound like a robot.
Oh, that's not good. I'm not sure what we can do about that. Now it says that I'm AI.
You're AI. Yeah, let me try something really quick.
Chris is trying something real quick.
Does that make it any better? No? Let's see. Does that make it any better?
They're trying to fix me.
Nope.
Wait, they're trying to fix me? I'm back.
I don't know.
That's got to stop.
AI is taking over.
Nobody's touching anything. Nobody's touching anything. Nobody's bumping anything. How about now?
No.
That was bad. let's just do that. Let's bring Chris's over here and try it that way. Okay. There goes that. Here's a microphone that we can share. No more robots.
Yeah. No more robots.
I don't know if you guys have any answers for the boss here to help her out. Send along your suggestions. While we're getting our act together here, or trying to, our friends at the FanDuel Sportsbook will remind you that just because football season ends doesn't mean that FanDuel season ends, because FanDuel season never ends.
Never ends.
Never ends. They've got all kinds of activity going on in various sports. Although even some of the various sports are on hiatus at the moment because the NHL is on its Olympic break.
You can bet on the Olympics. There are Olympics you can bet.
I did not know this.
Yes. Men's Winter Olympics. You can, you got hockey games. Men's Olympics. You have Finland versus Slovakia. You have Italy versus Sweden, France and Switzerland, Canada versus Czechia, US playing Latvia.
Oh, this is men's. Okay.
This is men's.
Okay.
I mean, you can bet. I mean, on any of these. You can bet on women's.
Now, if you bet on the Olympics, one of the things that you've got to be aware of, you're watching these things at night. They've already happened. So don't think to yourself, you've really got this nailed.
Yeah.
Yes. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, you've got to make sure you're really, really ahead. Like, if you know that it's going to be live at like 8:00 in the morning or whatever it is. I mean, some of the events actually start at like 4 a.m. here. So
Mike in Texas asked, what were the odds of Lindsey Vonn getting hurt again? They were only about like 1-1. And when she went flying down that hill,
now, I will say though, that her knee didn't have anything to do with that crash.
She crashes. She's had for somebody who's been as great as she has, she's had more than her share of crashes through her career. I actually covered one of her races. Did I ever tell you that? It was in Whistler, British Columbia. I went up there. I was assigned to just do that. It's taking a break from the men's hockey down in Vancouver. And she's a star.
Yeah.
You feel that there's a presence about her. That's not just an NBC manufactured thing.
Yeah.
You know, she carries herself like a star, and is one.
Yeah. But
we stayed up last night and watched biathlon.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Biathlon's fun.
You get the app. I'm not sitting here promoting NBC stuff or whatever. But you get the app. You take your pick, whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's all there. Like all on Peacock. It's all there.
Biathlon. We watched it for an hour and some.
I like watching. I love watching it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, there wasn't curling on at the time, but curling is fun.
Oh, I love watching curling.
Once you get the hang of it, and then once you try to pay attention to who's the best screamer.
Yeah.
Like they can hear.
Yeah. You can bet on any of these, by the way.
They can hear you just fine.
Yeah.
You broom holder. Broom holders die.
But yeah, Olympics. I mean, you can bet on who do you think the odds-on favorite is to win the most medals?
Look how you're covering the screen.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to peek.
I'm not going to let you.
Odds-on favorite to win the most medals. It's usually Norway with these things. Is it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And
I've done a few of these.
And gold medals.
Yeah.
U.S. is number 2.
But that's because there's way too many skiing medals. That's also because, and this is one of the dumbest things about the Olympics. You know how many medals a country gets awarded for winning hockey gold?
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
They don't say, oh, well, here, we gave it out to 23 players or whatever it is. No.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in some of these sports, like swimming is the worst for this. Swimming.
Yeah.
If there's 100 meters, then there's 105 meters, and then there's the 106 meter, but you do one backstroke. They have different medal for everything.
Yeah.
That part kind of stinks. So I don't take the medal counts too seriously because there's just so many skiing medals, and the Norwegians. I mean, it's what they do. It's like how they go to work.
What's your favorite sport that's not hockey at the Winter? At the Winter Olympics.
You know what though? No, she actually means synchronized swimming at the Winter Games. That's an entertaining. You know what? They are in perfect harmony.
Yeah.
The two swimmers in perfect rhythm.
That face every time.
Right. I was going to say synchronized skiing. Come on, that'd be cool.
That'd be impossible. But
I will say that I will say that my favorite my favorite to cover in the Winter Olympics that I've done, which was in both in Vancouver and then in Sochi, Russia, were the sled ones, where when you go all the way up to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And you're doing the bobsleds and the skeletons and stuff like that. The speed of that, Chris, is just it's beyond human comprehension.
No, for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's so precise and everything about it. But my favorite is like a casual observer or whatever. Honestly, is the figure skating.
Okay.
We watched last night. Oh my God! Don't ask how long we were up watching it was women's free. It was they're still at the team phase of the games, and it's not the greatest group of women's figure skaters that I've seen. You know, you don't have like any like superstars or anything like that. Now she was and she's never won. So I'm talking about superstars. I forget her name, the Japanese lady, yeah. But anyway,
yeah. I love curling. I love curling.
It's not that much.
My favorite sport outside of hockey to watch is snowboarding halfpipe. I love watching that. I'm sorry, Shaun White changed things for me in 2010. Like easily. So
Bryce Hill says that there's flag football this time. Those are the summer games.
Summer games.
If they do flag football on the mountains of Cortina. Anyway, yes, you can bet on the Olympics.
All of it.
You can bet on the National Hockey League when it comes back. You can bet on the NBA. Positive you can get all kinds of action in March Madness when that comes around too. So there's a lot you can do with the FanDuel Sportsbook. Go ahead and check them out. What can, if anything, I don't want to say the Steelers specifically, but any team take from what we just saw from the Seahawks? Can you look at that and say, man, there's a path there, there's a roadway, we don't necessarily need to have Joe Burrow or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. You know what those three guys have in common, by the way? Zero Super Bowls.
Yeah.
You don't need to have one of those to win it all.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the right way to put this. You've got to, okay, you can take away, and this might be coming at a really bad time given who they just hired as head coach. But it does happen, and it gets overlooked regardless of who wins the Super Bowl. But defense still matters. You have to play defense. The Seahawks had the number 2 scoring defense in the NFL this year. When the Chiefs have been winning their Super Bowls,
scoring,
like their scoring defense, like preventing the other team from scoring points.
Oh, okay, that's not what I think of when I think of scoring defense. I think of defense scoring.
Oh no, I think I think like how many points?
I get it now. Yeah.
When the Chiefs were winning their Super Bowls, they're the 3, like everybody. Oh, it's Patrick Mahomes. Their defense was really, really good. Like each of those years, I think one of them they either had the top scoring defense or the second ranked. Either way, like they were up there. It's not like defense still matters, and so we can talk about they got to find the next quarterback. I agree with that. I do think they have to find the next quarterback.
Yes,
that is a priority and a very
and it was for Seattle too. I don't want to make it sound like the Seahawks went shopping, at Costco. For their quarterback. They believed in Sam Darnold. They believed in what they saw of him on his film, on his analytics with Minnesota, because his season with the Vikings was his breakthrough in the NFL. He went from, don't forget, he was the 49ers backup before that. And of course, the time that he spent in New Jersey and Charlotte. So they got the quarterback they wanted. They got a quarterback they trusted. They got a quarterback who they felt could get the ball to Jackson Smith-Njigba, which is only about 80% of his responsibility. Well,
yeah.
but he won a Super Bowl without JSN in the second half. And he did it on a couple of, man, he had some nice passes. I know his numbers weren't great. 19 of 38 for 202.
And he missed some throws that he should not have missed.
And he missed some throws. But New England also played well defensively, which is going to get forgotten in this. You're going to look at the final score.
Well, we're talking about Seattle having the number 2 scoring defense. You know who the number 1 was?
I'm sure.
New England.
Yeah.
So it's not like they played some crap defense.
No. So, but can you look at what Seattle did? And hey, if you want to get right down to it, if you think about the Steelers spending all their money on one side of the football, this kind of was what they were going for. Remember the stuff that Mike Tomlin was talking about last summer about what his expectations were for this defense. And I'm not talking about the historic stuff. I'm done.
The coverage people stuff.
Historic coverage people. The sacks that he was expecting from this group. He was expecting the ball to be on the ground a lot or hanging up in the air a lot. And he was expecting the Steelers to do defensively exactly what they did against which team early in the season? That would be the one in Foxborough. Because Drake May moved the ball really well. And then they get close, and then it was like, nope, it's ours.
Yep.
The Steelers were trying to do something like this.
Yeah.
So it can be done, but you still got to have some semblance of something at the quarterback position. You know?
You do. And I think you can this year. I don't think you don't have to find people. Everybody's really, really desperate to find the franchise quarterback, and they want to find it as soon as possible. Unfortunately, that's not something you're going to find. It wasn't available last offseason. It's not available this offseason either. You're not gonna. You look at the free agency class.
Now it's Malik.
But even then, it's not a guarantee.
Malik's no guarantee.
He's no guarantee.
No.
It's still a chance. Now, it's a chance I'd be willing to take. Just because I'm wanting to throw darts at the dartboard, and I want to see if I can hit a bullseye. But it's no guarantee that he's going to work. Now, granted, a draft pick's not a guarantee to work either. Ben Roethlisberger was never guaranteed to work. But if you do your homework right and you get a really good draft class coming up, then maybe you can draft the next guy. That's not there this year. It's Fernando Mendoza and then a whole bunch of guys under him.
Because you don't like Ty Simpson.
It's not that you don't like him. It's
you don't like him. See,
he's not a
that was exactly that. I don't like.
He's gonna be this year's Jackson Dart. This
is bad.
Was Jackson Dart really that good as a rookie?
He showed me something. I mean, consider his circumstances.
Oh, I understand.
Okay,
I understand.
Look at what he's doing. You're talking about having to buck the odds. You go to either of the New Jersey teams as a quarterback, your career's shot before you get going.
He exceeded my expectations. 100% exceeded my expectations. There's one part of his game that I'm still very skeptical of.
That is?
He does not protect himself whatsoever. It will shorten his career.
Unless you develop some sense of self-preservation, which some quarterbacks do.
He has none.
You know, Ben needed almost a decade to start taking care of himself.
Ben is 6'5", 240 pounds.
and people slid off of him.
Jackson Dart is not 6'5", 240. He does not have the body or the frame to withstand that kind of punishment.
Dart's going to be fine when he gets the hell out of there.
And it's also a different kind of contact. Ben would get killed by just defenders rushing on the pass rush, and he was, trying to. Jackson Dart runs. He will tuck it and run and take on full-blown hits.
Right.
That's a much higher rate of speed leading to contact. If he keeps doing that, it's going to be RG3 all over again. Remember how promising RG3 was as a rookie?
Oh, I remember that whole class. This was the next generation. This was the next Eli, Phillip, and Ben class, and all that other stuff turned out to not be the case. I don't want to come across as if I'm diminishing the importance of the quarterback position, because that would be just flat out stupid. I guess one of the things that kind of rubs me the wrong way every offseason is this idea that the Steelers can't and won't go anywhere until they have their own Burrow. And I'm sorry, it's just not how it works. There's 5 or 6 of these guys in the league at any given time.
Mhm.
I don't think that number is low. I don't think that estimate is low. Maybe you could get 7 or 8. You know, you start getting into, like, right now, I don't want to start listing them all, but here, you know, do you put Justin Herbert into that class? Yes. Do you make him in the cutoff-ish range?
He's capable of winning a Super Bowl, but not by putting a team on his shoulders.
But I'm not even getting into Super Bowl. I'm just saying guys who are that level of quarterback here. It's a half dozen, maybe a couple more. Okay, depending on, like, if guys get hot. If someone like a Jaden Daniels, for example, got super hot, no one would be surprised. If CJ Stroud got super hot, nobody would be surprised. But are they in that class? No.
No, not the top, not the 6 to 8 that you're
Exactly. And so that's what I'm getting at here. So if you have somebody who's in that stratosphere, you should be able to build a competitive enough team that the difference between it's Burrow or bust is gets minimized, greatly minimized.
Yeah, well, and again, like I will consistently cite the number of teams that won a Super Bowl that either had a quarterback that's already in the Hall of Fame or will undoubtedly be in the Hall of Fame. Like Drew Brees was just voted in the first ballot. I'm also counting Tom Brady in that. That's 7 more right there. Ben is another one. That's 2. Aaron Rodgers is 1, another one. Not even talk about Russell Wilson or Eli Manning. Matthew Stafford, I think, is now going to be pretty much an unquestioned Hall of Famer as well. Now that he's got
that Stafford over May MVP look.
Yeah,
I know. That looks pretty good right now. Your vote there for Stafford over May. Although, in fairness, those ballots are not supposed to be and aren't influenced in any way by the playoffs.
No, they shouldn't be.
Stafford picked the Seahawks hard. Just want that somebody to know that. Okay.
But I like as important as it is to have the quarterback, and when you look at the history of the game, the number of Hall of Fame quarterbacks, like legitimate Hall of Fame quarterbacks that have been on, I mean, it's overwhelming. It's nearly 3/4 of the teams. But a lot of those teams also had really, really good defenses, if not the best defense. And that include, like I said, I want to drive that home about, like, because Patrick Mahomes is like the Chiefs are the most recent dynasty. They haven't just won because of Patrick Mahomes' greatness. They've also won because they've
been a big part of it.
It's been a great and they don't win the Super Bowl without him.
I almost feel weird ever separating him from Kelsey, because when they've done this, they've done it all together.
Yeah.
But they really have.
But I'm trying to drive home the point, and maybe again, this is what you can take from the Seahawks. You still have to have a good defense. You can't just take your quarterback and say, like, 2017 was the closest the Steelers have come to having a legitimate Super Bowl team since the last time they actually did go to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And that defense wasn't on that level. That just showed how great the offense was with Ben and AB and Brent and Bell and all those guys. But that defense it had enough pieces before Shazier's injury. It had enough pieces to have that where you could be like, okay, that's a Super Bowl.
I'm going to tell you what that defense was missing and why. And I remember going into the stadium that day in Foxborough and thinking they had no chance. There were two reasons.
2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that they didn't have the secondary and they didn't have the coaching.
Yeah.
They weren't going to outcoach whatever it was that doing. Guys, we're going to take some of your questions here from those of you who are kind enough to send in contributions. We're going to go back here first and see that Sudesh is tired of not being able to hear the boss on the microphone. He sends $50 toward the boss's microphone fund. You're going to have way more money than any microphone costs by the time you keep saying.
We also have to get your mic figured out.
We appreciate you, Sudesh. Right now, I need a mic as well, or else I will sound like this. It's what computer?
Interesting.
I am concerned.
That's really interesting.
Ghost says, Sudesh, we really appreciate you, man. That's really cool. Never take you for granted here. Ghost says, anyone else laugh at the Browns' new head coach press conference? I cried. I actually don't know what he's referring to.
I didn't watch it.
Sorry. I don't watch the Browns press conferences in general.
I did not watch
in life. Hans also comes in with $20. We're not asking for any of this, but we're going to get microphones. We're going to get microphones that work, okay? Computers that work or whatever it is. LeBong James pays $1.99 to share that the microphone is on IR, out for the season. She says the mic is fine. We have a bad mixer.
Yeah.
It's not the mixer, it's StreamYard. System that we use.
Oh, StreamYard did this to us? You guys. StreamYard did this. That sucks. We have a couple other thoughts on a couple other things as we go into this. What did for those of you who are really into this kind of talk, what did you think of the Super Bowl broadcast as a whole last night?
I thought it was fun. I didn't think it like I think Tirico's probably one of the better play-by-play guys in the league.
Thorough.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
And he has a sense for when he should be thorough and when he should just let the play go. Yeah.
He's really, really good. He might be.
He's A1, isn't he?
Yeah, I really think like when you talk about play-by-play guys, I think Jim Nance is up there. I think Tirico's up there. Joe Buck's gotten a lot better over the years, but yeah, Tirico is. I think he balances the line between like you're the play-by-play guy, like you are describing the action, but then also making it exciting at the same time. You're not just
he rides with it.
Yeah,
he rides with it. No, I've shared with readers, listeners, and viewers over the years. I don't often listen to play-by-play. I watch sports with the sound down. It's Super Bowl, and there's some pageantry to it, and there's the commercials, and you don't want to keep reaching for the remote. So I let it all go. All the commercials were all some kind of wacky drug with all kinds of fatal side effects about
AI too.
Things that happen to your private parts if they're like, come on, man.
What was your favorite commercial last night?
It wasn't that one. There's all these terrible things that can happen to you in bad parts. Favorite commercial last night, I'm partial to, and I had mentioned this beforehand, the Lady Gaga singing Won't You Be My Neighbor. They didn't get the music right. Yeah. Maybe you have to be from here to pull that off. I don't know. But she put her heart and soul into it. I respected that. What about yours?
The Duncan one, the Goodwill Duncan, made me laugh pretty good. That was the one.
The AI.
No, well, it was using a lot of the younger faces on a lot of characters from like 90s sitcoms.
Okay,
like Family
yeah.
Matters and
like I saw they had like Jennifer Aniston as Rachel standing outside or whatever.
That one made me laugh, but then I also really did laugh pretty hard at the T-Mobile one where the Backstreet Boys were singing, and then at the very end they said we have another one, and it was Machine Gun Kelly. And they dropped the thing as immediately like, where's the Backstreet Boys? And then you get Machine Gun Kelly singing Backstreet Boys just for a second. And that made me laugh. I thought that was, but that's just me.
I'll tell you one thing, and this might not be the most commonly held opinion, but Super Bowl every year, it feels to me like it gets all kinds of knock that it's not enough about football, not enough about. There was a lot about football, and I don't think NBC ever loses that script. They came back at halftime, and even though there's a really prominent halftime show that turned out to be the Bad Bunny one, that was the best watched halftime show ever. By the way, it was really, really good.
The production,
the imagination, really everything was the passion, everything. But even then, they would come back from a break, and it would be, here's some football. Here's our 7 people sitting around a circular desk. Here's some football. And I like that.
Yeah.
Then the game didn't necessarily lend itself to being extensively analyzed.
Nope.
But they still did right by the football.
No, they did have a lot of focus on football, and again, I didn't have any issues really with the broadcast. I wasn't watching being like,
Yeah, you don't sit there. Even Collinsworth, like,
yeah.
if you didn't know Chris Collinsworth was A, a Bengal, and B, the guy who is responsible for foisting PFF on us all.
and number one atop Patrick Mahomes' fan club.
But the truth is the guy sees stuff we don't see.
Yeah. Here's a guy.
Huh?
Now here's a guy. That's his thing.
I know, but it's okay. We all do some of that.
Oh,
I'm sure
okay.
me and you do it.
I definitely do. Apparently mine is listen. Like I say listen a lot before I say something.
And I thought the whole thing was terrific. And
yeah,
there's one exception. You have to bring this up as well. The National Football League, for all its pageantry, with its signature game and everything that goes into it, and the gazillions of dollars and everything else, has the worst trophy presentation.
100%. That's also worst trophy.
It's the worst. It's at least I can live with the trophy. It's a recognizable shape. It's not like baseball's strange
the trophy. Yeah.
The hunk of metal. These guys, they're not going to get that one, I don't think.
Unless you're a baseball fan.
No, if you're a baseball fan, you'll get that. And now they're presenting the Super Bowl trophy to this lady who just sold the team.
Yeah.
And she gets it first?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Now, I know football teams don't necessarily have like a captain. But can anybody just look at the NHL doesn't do anything right? Understand, this is not us being hockey fans or whatever. The NHL does damn near everything wrong.
Oh.
Except the presentation of the greatest trophy in all of sports. And it's not anything. Even Gary Bettman can't screw that up. In fact, booing Bettman is just part of the whole beauty of it.
Yeah. Did Goodell even get booed last night? I don't remember hearing boos.
Well, he's not really in a position, or he doesn't put himself into positions to get booed. They don't say, "Here's Roger Goodell."
But I mean, he was there to present the trophy to him.
Yeah, what would he get booed for?
Just he's been booed. You know. Actually, here's what it is. I actually just figured it out. Like right now, he embraced the boos. There was one time where he got up on a stage or something, and like he started booing, and he's like, I think it was at the last draft, and he's like, "Oh, you guys could do better than that. Come on." Or he said something like that. And I think now, like at that point, fans were just like, well, that kind of takes the fun out of it. So they don't boo him anymore. Now that I think about it, I don't remember hearing any boos last night.
No, and you weren't going to either. Yeah. I just don't think it's that kind of.
But Bettman gets booed badly at the Stanley Cup presentation every time.
I've only done 2 Super Bowls, but you know what ends up killing the atmosphere in those places? They're just so neutral.
Yeah.
It's not just because it's like some 50-50 split of fans. That can actually be a fun atmosphere. It's not that. It's that it's like a 25-25 split of fans, and the other 50 are just a bunch of rich people who couldn't care less about anything other than saying that they were at the Super Bowl. Do you follow what I'm saying?
It's what happens whenever you have neutral site championship games, which, I mean, think about it. The other 3 major pro leagues don't do that in North America. NHL, Major League Baseball, NBA, they're all, you have series. And so there's, home field, home ice, home court advantage for each team. And so you either win on the road or you win it at home. Penguins have never won at home, but when they've won the cup.
Neither have the Steelers been.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, yeah, because the Super Bowl is always played in a neutral site. So.
Yeah, and by the way, neither have the Pirates since 1960.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, walk off them.
Maz's home run was the last time that a Pittsburgh team won a championship
at home,
major league team on home. Although the Penguins sure had that chance.
They sure did. Game 5 in 2016 is always going to
cost us $4,000 in short-term flights to San Jose. Not that I'm still bitter about that one.
I would be.
Seriously, we had to pony up $4,000 overnight.
Gosh,
to get planes out there to all the way to San Jose. Jared comes in and says, with a $5 contribution, should it worry the fans that McCarthy hasn't had many top defenses in the league throughout his tenure? More middle of the pack on average. Should that be a concern?
It's definitely something to be concerned about because it's not been the norm for him to have a great defense. Now, when he's had a great defense, it's gone well. When he's had a top 5 defense, which has happened twice, one time they won the Super Bowl. That's pretty good. And then the other time they went 12-5, and I think they lost in the the first round of the playoffs. I think it was either that year where they had a top 5 defense that they won, where the Cowboys won and made it to the divisional round. But that might have been the year before when they didn't have as good of a defense. But either way, yeah, it's been 2 top 5 defenses under his tenure, and one of the times is when they won a Super Bowl. When the Packers won the Super Bowl against the Steelers. So yeah, it should be a bit of a concern. Now, I don't think he's. I mean, he even said it. He's not completely tone deaf to that side of the ball.
Right.
And that's a good thing. Also, he's coming into a situation that he's not been in very often in terms of how much you're paying the quarterback. Think about a lot of his tenure with the Packers. They had to pay Aaron Rodgers quite a bit of money.
And then they had to pay somebody else with the Cowboys.
Yeah, and then with the Cowboys, they had to pay Dak Prescott a lot of money.
That's a very fair point.
And so now
when it came time to pay Micah Parsons, not that this was in his tenure, but when it came time to pay Micah, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
The owner was like, nope.
Yeah. So yeah, it's he's going to be coming into a situation in which, and you talk about all the whole top one, you're like most spending on the defensive side of the ball. Well, you can afford to do that when you don't have to pay a quarterback. And if Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback in 2026, you're not going to have to pay him a lot of money again. He'll sign another $10 million, $15 million, something like that contract where you're not having to pay your quarterback a lot of money. So you can afford to spend a lot of money. The thing is that you can afford to even cut from that.
Yes.
And still spend a good amount of money because you can cut Jalen Ramsey and get $19.5 million right away. Go sign a WR2 in free agency, then go draft another like WR1 type in the draft, preferably in the first round. You've taken care of wide receiver, and you can still have Watt, Cam Hayward, Joey Porter Jr., Patrick Queen, like
Nick Herbig,
Alex Highsmith,
Derek Harmon.
I mean, we got a number of different. It's not like the Steelers are void of talent on that side of the ball. I just think that if Patrick Graham can come in and he can do some things different, he can modernize the defense a little bit, get them to do some things that are better equipped to defend offenses in 2026, then maybe they'll have another top 5 defense.
Maybe they will.
Maybe
they will. Nothing like ending on a high note here. You guys, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it. A reminder that we don't do politics here. Is those of you who
not at all.
If you choose to come at us with anything political, make it really compelling because it'll be the last time you ever comment with us. You'll be banned permanently. It's one strike and you're out when it comes to politics. My mentioning a halftime, like at all. We will be back with another one of these tomorrow. Thanks to everybody who contributed through the show today, Jared and Dustin and Joshua Cook and everybody else who came in, but especially Sudesh dropping $50 here into the microphone. We'll get our act together, believe me, on all fronts. See you guys.